up, everybody, and welcome back to the Reality Kingdom, where we put the real in reality or whatever. Period.
Period, mama.
Mamas, we're here. I'm your host, Pharaoh. We're joined by our wonderful co-host, Lee. Lee, episode 3. We're moving forward. I like this episode because I feel like a lot of like core Jersey Shore values have happened in this episode. Angelina always leaving.
Yeah.
Ron and Sam always arguing. It's like we're getting there. We're really getting there.
It's so sad too because we finally see Ron and Sam all happy together, and in the same damn episode, it's their first ever fight. Now, who would have thought? Who would have thought? Maybe everyone, but who would have thought this is going to be a continuous storyline for 4 fucking seasons?
What?
Like, they really could not stop fucking with each other. And it's like, in retrospect, I definitely understand why Sammy was like, bitch, I'm not going to family vacation. She was locked in this relationship for years. And that's not even just on the show, off the show too. So it's just, it's sad. It's sad. It's really sad to see, honestly.
I can't believe it was this early. Like, I was flabbergasted when I saw that the preview of later on in the episode that they were going to argue. I was like, what?
And they're going to be back together next episode.
Like, they literally, this was the first episode that they were even together. It was like 2 days. Each episode is like 2-3 days. Like, and they already arguing. I'm like, oh my God, it started off terrible. Like, what made them think this was ever gonna work? You 3 days in a relationship and it's beef.
It's a mess. It's a mess. And when I was younger watching it, it was fun. It got annoying in Italy, but like I feel like season 2, season 3, it was interesting.
Okay.
Season 4, I was just done with it. And thankfully, like I don't know if this actually happened, but thankfully, I feel like after season 4, they didn't argue at all. I want to say for the next 3 seasons, like they stayed really well. I don't know if they just edited it out because they were sick of seeing it. They knew the audience was tired of it, but it seemed like they had a nice ending. But girl, she really should have never got with this man.
It doesn't even seem like, it seemed like they were cute. They do look cute together. Like when they were on the boardwalk on their date, like they look cute together.
I mean, they look cute together like any random man and woman.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just not cute. And then when they got to the fight, it's like they should have throw that away. But also, I feel like by Italy, I thought I remembered the housemates letting them know we're literally sick of it. Like, we're sick of it and we can't do this anymore.
I think they let them know that in season 3.
Oh,
because remember that's the season where they were picking shit up and throwing shit, and it was a lot going on in season 3. Season 3 was nasty, mama.
Yep. Ooh. Okay, let's get into this episode, y'all. Ciao. Hey, I hear you just got paid, make it rain. Energy. Okay, we started off this episode and they let us know where we were standing at the last episode. Of course, last episode, JWoww did cheat on her boyfriend. She was kissing all up on Polly.
Did she cheat or did she just kiss on Polly?
She was kissing on Polly and she...
But is kissing cheating?
That's a good question because I don't know if Tommy thinks so, from what I hear. So
no, I don't think it's cheating down. I mean, but it's with Paulie. It's with Paulie. Do you think the girls be telling the truth? Because she woke up like, what happened last night?
I don't remember. Did
I kiss you?
No, actually,
I didn't kiss you. Did I? Yes.
She didn't say she didn't know. She said, I know exactly what I did with Polly. And they were like, yeah, you kissed him. And she was like, oh, I didn't kiss him. And it's like, okay, girl, you didn't know what happened.
Oh, please.
I think they be choosing to forget. I'll say it like that.
It's very convenient
that
you cheated. And I don't know. It was a mistake. Girl, it wasn't no goddamn mistake. The mistake. You was cheesing, smiling, and grinding all up on Polly. And girl, we get it.
We get it. I actually
don't deny it. Like, I hate that she tried to deny it. Girl, live in your truth.
It makes sense.
I don't call Tommy. Look, Tommy. Look at you and look at him. And you tell me who I should choose. Who am I living with for 3 months?
Yeah. And honestly, like, I feel bad, but also I like she's trying to not cheat, so I'll give her that. She leaving the club. She kind of settled down on it when Tommy came. We'll see, child. JWoww and Mike. I'm JWoww. Sammy and Mike.
JWoww.
They still got their thing going on. Mike is basically still jealous because he went to work with Sammy and Ronnie. That was interesting. And he's like talking to Sammy, still trying to flirt with her. She is flirting back. She's just a flirtatious person, though. And I think she admitted that in the episode later on.
Yeah.
Like, that's just what she does.
But it's funny because, like, you could tell, like, they are definitely always on his mind because he feels the need to tell the audience all the time, no, I'm not jealous. I can have any choice I want. It doesn't matter. You just know it's really killing him on the inside. That one, he got denied. This is Mike the situation. He looks so good. He got the abs, he got the body, he show them and bitches just fall to their knees. And the one girl he wanted, Samantha, he couldn't have. And she chose another man that he lives with.
Right in front of his face.
He's sick. And then the thing is, and then at the store, he's saying, "Oh, I'm not jealous." Da, 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 da. Yet he then goes on to say, "Oh, I'm just gonna continue flirting with her because I want to get her close and then cut her off when she gets close." Mama, you don't have that power. Hang it up, Mike. Hang it up, Michael. Go back to your whores upstairs, Michael.
That's the thing. He could get whores upstairs. It's just the fact that he got denied. That's hurting.
That's what it is. But that's what, y'all gotta listen to Shira 7 in them because that's what they say. They say, look, you gotta let a nigga think that you had to be chased because a nigga love a chase. Y'all ever get with somebody after they've been chasing you, and then all of a sudden, I'm not getting flowers, I'm not getting chocolate, I'm not getting clean dick, I'm not getting anything. In fact, I'm getting STDs. Some people out there. But but when he was chasing you, it's all the luxury and all of that. It's because niggas just love to chase. They love it's the cat and mouse game. Okay, keep him chasing. Because I always say, a man has to be 10 times more in love with you. He just has to be. A man has to love you more. I feel like that's a long time saying. If the man don't love you more in a relationship, it ain't gonna work.
It's not gonna
work.
I
will say Samantha got 2 niggas chasing after her, so she's eating it up. In my opinion.
That's the thing. If she would have let, like, you're spilling, because if she would have let Mike in and they would have actually started going, Mike would have treated her terribly. He wouldn't have gave a fuck. As soon as she gave in, it would have been over. So she's winning at this moment. 2 niggas want her. She got her nigga that she wants. The
problem is she should have never chose. That's what happened. She went all in with Ronnie. A bad bitch should just was fucking with both the whole season. That should have been her arc.
Ooh, that's been fun.
Come on. Cause like, girl, why are you trying to get in a relationship at the Jersey Shore house, girl? But you know what?
Yeah.
I mean, it's I guess it's interesting to think about how, like, love is so natural. Because like any season of any reality show, there's somebody gonna get a relationship. Yep. Every Real World season, almost every Real World season, there was a couple in the house. Almost every Big Brother season, there's a couple. The challenge season, the girls be hooking up. Like, it's just inevitable. But unfortunately, with these two,
right. Now, their love is blooming. It's looking real nice. Sammy, I guess she's like trying to still figure out. Ron is being very chill, specifically around Sammy. Because when he's around Sammy, he's like nonchalant. Everybody love a nonchalant nigga. I do. I love a good nonchalant nigga. So whenever Sammy's around, Ronnie knows exactly what energy to give off. He's just chilling like, yeah, I'm fucking with you a little bit. I mean, all that laid back shit. But when you really see him, he was running around, pacing around that room with JWoww like he was in love. He was like, yeah, I really like her. I do. And fuck, Mike's pissed me the fuck off. Because he keeps saying she keep making noises.
No, he was mad as fuck. And and that's what's so funny, because this rivalry, like, it really continues. Like, from this episode, we see literally the build up that eventually leads to JWoww and Sammy fighting, and the build up that leads to Mike and Ronnie fighting in Italy. Like, all of this tension really started here when you think about it, because they introduced that Ronnie and JWoww are bestie friends now.
Which is
now, as a Pisces, would I be friends with a Sagittarius? No. Ooh. I wouldn't do that. Not voluntarily, at least. But JWoww did it, and I got a question. Because I never really thought about it, but now that we're here recapping it, did Jennifer JWoww Farley want her some Ronnie?
This is a good question.
Or was that her homeboy? Did it give that's my homeboy?
I think it's giving
that's my man.
I think it's giving little brother. I think it's giving little brother. Okay, I do. Okay. Like I see. Now, would she do things with her little brother? I don't know. That's something where it's like if they were in a situation, stuff happens, they both grown adults. But I do think at least this relationship, it's a genuine, like, I relate to him on something. I don't think we saw what it was. I wish we kind of would have saw why they bonded so fast. But I think they bonded over like something between the two of them. Personality, I don't know. Because I think it's giving little brother. Like, that's my brother. Brother! It's giving brother. That's what it's giving.
But see, brother, sister, girl, they be fucking on the low.
So. Right. That's what that's giving, low key. But I really like this relationship. I think it's such an interesting one. Because
it's very key to the Miami relationships. And like as a kid, like I'm not keeping up as well with like the intricacies of it, but now knowing how close she was so early on, it's like all of that drama that JWoww was like, because she would really have an internal conflict of like, should I stick to girl code and tell Sammy, or should I be loyal to Ronnie?
Yep. And it makes sense knowing this relation, how deep it goes. They were close from the beginning. It makes sense. I get it. It's
especially because he freaks out on JWoww and Bipartisan Snooki, and it's like in his mind, y'all are my friends. Yet, nigga, you was doing some fucked up shit. Because I remember as a kid, I was like, well, the guys are loyal to each other, the girls are loyal to each other. Like that's just how simply I saw it. So I didn't understand why he was so mad. But now I'm like, Ronnie clearly thought that was his like best bitch in the house.
Yeah, he's telling her how he feels about Sammy before they're even locked in as Ron and Sammy. Like JWoww was the origin of his, loyalty. So very interesting. But I like their relationship. I like their bond. I think it's cute. I really do. I kind of think it's cute. Like, oh, they're friends. After this, we see JWoww's tea getting clocked because
real quick. You want to know what I found on Google?
What?
Apparently, Tommy was also her manager around this time.
What do you mean? Like,
I'm not sure if he was her manager prior to, like she was doing gigs somewhere. I don't know what that tea is. However, I would assume I guess he just became her manager while she's on the show.
Right.
We know they break up in season 3. So it would definitely only be between the first 2 seasons. And I'm like, I just wonder what does that entail?
Interesting.
And that's why I said like her relationship with him is so tricky because I don't know how long they've been together, but I know by season 3 they have a house together, all of their finances are connected and things like that. Yep. Like it seems like they very settled down into a long-term relationship, even though she's allegedly in her early 20s.
Right. I honestly,
how old is he? I'm wondering.
He looks. He gives something.
Like if he told me he was 40 years old, I believe him.
I think he's like upper 20s, but he's just those type of people. Those people age a little differently than us.
Oh my God.
And I think that's might be what it is because I think he's like 20 something if I had to guess. But he buys her flowers, very cute and also very embarrassing on JWoww part because she was just cheating on the nigga. I would have been like, oop. Nah, he brought me flowers, no shade. But it's an interesting relationship. I think Tommy is the male version of a bird because, like Polly said, if I was him, I'm breaking up with the girl.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And it's bad. And it's bad because Polly really like the energy gave very much like, oh, okay, you're
right.
Like, I don't know, Polly. Were you a little pressed? Were you a little jealous? He calling him a sucker and shit. Because I mean, that JWoww hasn't told him yet. It's not like he's coming while knowing the information.
Yeah.
But does he still stay with her after? Yes. Which is crazy because, like I said, I'm sure they had to watch this at home.
Yep.
And it doesn't look very much like she made a mistake. It happened like twice.
Mm-hmm. This is the difference between a confident, mature man getting jealous and an insecure man getting jealous is what we just saw with Polly and Mike. The way Mike is acting, yeah, Sammy, you look real good. You do. I ain't got no problem with you. And I'm just, insecure. And Ronnie and
he got to win the race. He got to win the race.
He's competing. Yeah. Polly didn't compete. Not one. He didn't even bat an eye at them. They came in. They did their thing. He had Polly's in there making his food, chilling. That's a man. That's a man. Honestly, I would have left Tommy there, just knowing that Polly's chilling. Would have made me like, oh, he don't even care. Oh, wait. Oh Lord. Boom. After this, later at night, we see Tommy, JWoww, they in bed, and Tommy lets her know. Very, very great timing for this. That if you do anything with another nigga, I'm gone.
And then she gets immediately defensive.
Right?
I mean, but like, if we were a perfect match and and we were madly in love with each other, and you had someone that would never leave your side and be loyal to you 10 toes down, you would still leave. And he's like, well, if you did something stupid, then yeah. And she's like, I just don't get it.
And this how you know he a bird.
He was like, why are you getting so angry? She's like, I'm not getting angry. I'm just saying. And it's like, no, you should have clocked right here.
That's how you know he a bird. Because he did clock.
Motherfucking happened.
He noticed.
He definitely secretly clocked. He did. He said it. He said it because he knew. And in her reaction, I mean, if this your girlfriend, I'm assuming y'all knew each other for a while. Right. You knew her ass was lying. And you see Pauly D. He probably walked in, saw Pauly D, and said, "Yep, that's the one."
One of the niggas. That's the group. I would have been like, one of these niggas, somebody in here. Like, I don't know. And not just to be untrustworthy, but after this conversation, I would have been like, okay, girl, what'd you do?
Which one did you do?
Right. What happened? Who I need to fight? But honestly, like, clearly he lied. This whole conversation was a lie. I guess it was a threat, but she had already did it. Yeah. And then you stayed with her.
And then she stayed with him. And then he literally leaves. And she ain't told him nothing. She's like, oh, I just don't want to tell him. And then she later tells him in the episode. So clearly it's like, oh, you just didn't want to tell him in his face, which I get, girl, you were scared. But you should have told him low key. Or you should not even, I wouldn't have even let him come. Honestly.
That too. Having him come literally right up under the nose of the nigga who she cheated. That's the thing. She told him she cheated. She didn't tell him who with. It was the nigga who you was in the house with.
Literally. And that would have been, that could have been nasty, girl. That could have been nasty.
Would have broke up with her. So later on, they go to the club, of course, as they do every night.
At the club.
Very in
the club.
We all fam.
They were not all fam, child.
Hold on. Shout out to Ryan. Period.
Ryan. Making it rain in the Reality Rewind chat.
Ryan says, love y'all and keep up the great work on y'all channel. Thank you. I believe we're all from Texas. Period. Let's be friends. Period. And can. I'm an area. Okay,
damn, you scared me with that last part. You scared me with that last part, Ryan. Y'all, I'm at a water sign. I'm scared of fire signs. I am, girl. I'm scared of fire signs, child. Y'all scare me. Y'all too. Y'all too.
The Aries just fucked it up. But hey, girl, you still fan in the club.
Girl, you a Libra. You are a literal perfect match for Aries. You can handle it.
Kelly,
I'm too emotional. Aries will have me somewhere on my knees in their apartment crying.
Beyonce, I don't think you can handle it. Angelina is at the club. Angelina lips like Angelina's at the club, and so is her nigga. So she asked her nigga to come. Apparently, he didn't want to be on camera. We find out later why that is, because he didn't want to go back to the shore house, but he said he'll go to the club, and he felt anxious the whole time. I was like, "What is this?" And mind y'all, I didn't remember the tea, so I was like, "Why is he so anxious? I don't get it." And then he ends up breaking up with her, and we don't get the details.
I'm not gonna lie.
Like what?
A little bit here, I was like. Pharaoh was spilling because this is getting scripted. I was like, what is this whole scene?
Like, we didn't get no details, right?
He randomly comes. He's like, you know what? Don't call me. I'm done. And she's like, well, I've been done. And then she stormed off. I'm like, girl, what is this?
There were just no details to it. I was like, where did this come from? I don't know. But her friends were there, Elena and Alana. Real cute. But and they kind of were speaking as if it's real, like unless all four of them was lying, which I mean, who knows?
Could be, girl.
But I was like, okay, I guess something's going on that we don't know about. So they go and they tell Snooki, they're like, well, Snooki, she's in a real, messed up situation because he's married.
And these ain't no real motherfucking friends because
what?
Because why y'all spilling his tea like this?
Telling everybody her tea. And then my thing is, what? I don't know. I'm so confused. She's like, I have a boyfriend. I can't cheat on my boyfriend. Whole time the boyfriend is married. You can cheat on your boyfriend. That's not your boyfriend. He's married. You can cheat on him. That's not nobody for real.
And then he looked a mess. Like, I don't know. What are you doing?
Look mad as fuck.
You must have money. Please tell me he got money.
He got to because he married. Well, he don't have to, but he should. Something. I just don't.
Because he married.
I don't understand personally. I was very confused, but hey, he's married. Now Snooki knows. Of course, she go back, tell the whole house. No shade. And I would too. But
I mean, that's some tea.
This happens at night. The next morning, Angelina got to go to work. And does she do so? Now, this is what I do want to say. Of course, she didn't go to work. She claimed she was sick. Clearly, she didn't feel like it because her nigga and her just broke up. Also, this is, you know how you got to work, but you don't want to, and anything could be an excuse? That's exactly what it is with this. Anything could be an excuse. Like, oh, my lights are out.
Rewatching this situation, I remember it being more intense. Like, for some reason, I remember, like, her just not going, Danny showing up, bitch, you got to get the fuck up out of here.
Mm-hmm.
They were giving her so many chances. Like, first of all, she's lounging around. She's been up. She's dressed.
Yep.
Ready for work. She doesn't leave with Vinny. She's just sitting there all day. Then I guess she comes up with the lame ass excuse that she's sick, and then finally gets up and goes to the goddamn store. And then the manager is like, "Why didn't you call? Why didn't you say something?" And I will say, as someone who works in the service business, he was getting a little bit too rowdy.
He was getting
if I tell you I'm sick, bitch, I'm sick. If I tell you I'm not coming, no, I'm not finding somebody to cover my shift. You cover my goddamn shift.
No,
but
he was
general, like, he was saying, like, why didn't you just call? Like, why didn't you just, like, and like, this girl is not, she's really bad with confrontation. I feel like it's weird. Like, I think especially when she knows she's doing something wrong, it's like she can't face the music. Like, girl, you could have easily just been like, I'm really not feeling well. You know, I had to just come. Like, she should have came on time and said that. And then honestly, if you can't have nobody cover your shift, I don't think they would have cared like that. I think that it would have just been a slap on the wrist. Because like I said, Snooki does this. Dina ends up doing this. This is not something they actually really care about. Like, I think if you just come at some point, they'll be okay. It's the main part that she just lied and then she just left. It's like, girl.
Yeah. And it's like, did you just secretly really want to go home the whole time? So this was just like your way out? I don't know. Because it just, I don't know. Nothing makes sense because like you said, she could have just said it. I think she's just scared of confrontation because even when the black manager was calling her out, he had to pry out of her the reason. And she ended up just saying, yeah, me and my boyfriend had a breakup. I just don't feel good about it. And it's like, you should have just
said, but like I said, it's specifically when she's in the wrong. Because when it's mess, oh, girl, she all up in Mike business. She all up in JWoww and Snooki and Ronnie in them business. But you remember in Miami, she wasn't as involved in the note as JWoww and Snooki, but she was involved in that motherfucking note. And when she was confronted with it, her reaction was like, oh, I can't say anything. And it's like, if you just explain yourself, these people will listen to you. It's like she has this guard up with everyone in the house unless she's being messy.
Yep. I think it's a control thing. Like, I think for her, if she can actively be the one starting it, she has the control in the situation. She knows she's going to go upstairs and yell at the girls to leave. So now she's the one who has the control. They're going to be taken off guard. If she's taken off guard, she don't know what to do. Like, even when later on, Danny pulls up to the house, which was actually hilarious. Like, not he pulled up to the house to call her out.
On his little bicycle.
On his bike, like the Wicked Witch of the West. I was like, what's happening? But he pulls up to the house. And when he calls her out, she's like, meet me in the bathroom. He was like, what the fuck?
What the fuck was that scene? Oh, I want to talk to the bathroom. Like a child. It's like a child. It's like I'm dealing with a fucking toddler. Like what?
And then I won't talk
like,
if you don't come to
the same thing. Well, why didn't you just call? Why didn't you just say something?
She started ignoring him.
And she's like, I don't. And it was like, you don't want to work. And it's like she quite literally just didn't want to work that day. Yeah. And Angelina is one of those people where like you ever do something and like it may be the wrong decision, but you already doing it, so now you got to go all in.
Okay, yeah.
This was Angelina in that moment. She decided that she was not gonna work. She got confronted and she was like, "Bitch, it's too late. Now I'm not going. Now I'm going home." And it's like, girl.
It's like, girl, what?
And so fumbling your bag. Like I understand. Like this first season, they probably wasn't making like as much money as they do later on, but girl. This became a cultural phenomenon, and you're missing out on this. Like, it's just stupid.
Yeah. And then when she walks out with her trash bag, she does have a diary room, and she's like, I probably will regret it. But right now, this is what I want to do. But later on, I'll probably regret it. And it's like, girl, sit your ass down and go back in that house. I will say, like, at the table when she was, like, saying her goodbye, someone made a comment. They were like, it was Paulie. He was like, Angelina wanted us to beg her to stay. We're not gonna do that. Honestly, I do think she did want them to beg her to stay. Not even beg. I think she just wanted to want her to stay. And honestly, I would want them to want me to stay too. Like, y'all kind of wanted Snooki to stay a little bit. Like, I don't know. Like, I wish
thought she was gonna get the Snooki treatment, but Mama, you not Snooki. No one gave a fuck. No one gave a fuck. And now, she's sitting there messing with Mike on the way out. Like, first of all, she want to fuck him so bad. Right? This is where it stems from, because one, we know going into Miami, she fucked both Paulie and Mike, which is crazy. But I mean, would I have done it too? Maybe. It is like, that's where it stems from at the beginning, when she's like, oh, they're bringing whores in here, always picking on Mike. She want to fuck them. And she fucked Vinny later on too. So she literally just wants to fuck them. And I get it. But girl, why is this wanting to fuck them turn into jealousy? You see JWoww, she just did it. You see Snooki,
she has no ridge.
She just did it. Sammy, she just did it. Yeah, she's one of those people where like, I gotta pick with you. I gotta mess with you.
That's flirting for her. Girl, boo, get out of my way. But yeah, this is what I will say.
Oh, what? Angelina and Mike both confirmed they dated before Jersey Shore.
She did.
Where is all of this?
That's interesting. I believe that because
someone said Ronnie and Jenny knew each other before the show. So that's interesting. All of this lore.
The Angelina and Mike thing makes sense because last episode, when she was defending when she was defending Sammy to Mike, I remember her making a comment like, Mike, I fucks with you. I've been fucking with you for a while, but da 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 da. I was like, maybe she means in the house. But now that you're saying that, maybe she did mean like even a little bit before.
And you know what, too? When she was sulking around, he was like, "Oh, she just wants attention." And he made a comment. He said, "I know her." Like, I don't know, the way he like said that made me feel like he feels like he really has her clock. But if they dated before, then that's definitely where that stems from. Because he definitely like never showed, I feel like, a warm side to Angelina at all. And if they dated before, then that makes sense.
I wish they would have talked about that a little more.
But I will, like, that should have been in the shows.
No shade. What Angelina did, crazy. But in this moment, when they all had their little diary rooms, a part of me was like, I don't like this. Because everybody damn near had a diary room, was like, you know what? If she could go, she could go. What she did was crazy. I don't fuck with that at all. You know, she's been a bitch this whole time. Da, 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 da. But correct me if I'm wrong. Earlier, when she was missing work, she was in the room giggling and laughing with Sammy and Ron. But Sammy had some of these diary rooms.
You know the girl. You know the girl.
Snooki helped her pack.
The girls love to be diary room gangsters. They do.
Diary room gangsters. And of course, the lore is she talked shit about them after the season, but y'all talk shit about her real nasty. Y'all called her bitches, whore. Y'all didn't say none of this shit to her face. She thinks they all like her. Leaving here, they never once, from what we saw, told her that. She doesn't even know they feel that way, other than some of the boys, maybe Mike. But even then, I think she thinks they're joking with her. So I don't think she's aware that they genuinely don't fucking like her until she goes home and watches this episode and she sees all of the girls having diary rooms hating on her and then all the boys. She's probably gonna be like, damn.
But at the same time, it goes back to, in this entire experience here, did she really form any real relationship with the girls at all? It didn't seem like it. It seems like she was kind of more to herself, a little bit more isolated. And then she always just messed with the boys. Like, I feel like she wasn't really trying to make any genuine connections. And by this point, it's like, you're also leaving because you don't want to work. It's like such a stupid ass reason. So I feel like that, on top of the fact that she's just annoying as hell, it's like, yeah, we're going to talk shit about her. She's literally leaving. Like, all of that wouldn't have happened if she didn't up and leave. Like, I feel like even if Snooki left the first day, they would have been like, yep, bye, weirdo bitch. You came in, you fucking naked in the hot tub, never want to see you again. Like, why are you leaving?
Because why are you leaving?
Going into season 2, I remember that. Oh, we don't want to talk to you because you talk shit. It's because, once again, when Angelina is confronted by something she knows she did and doesn't want to admit, she doesn't want to talk about it. It's like she can't just admit it. Like, she can't just come out and say it, because they know they talk shit about her. They don't care if they talk shit about her. They talk shit about her to her face, especially in season 2. But it's the fact that you're talking all of this shit and you're not being real about it. She claimed to be so real and all this other stuff, but like, when the real get real, she not real for real.
She not real for real. Child. So that was Angelina's time, and now she's out. Honestly, if she would have just not, this is such a stupid reason to leave. Honestly, even though Danny kicked her out, she probably could have called Danny and been like, Danny, please let me stay out of the work.
That was not a real, that wasn't even a real,
that wasn't even a real cookout.
Think he would, if literally he said that and she was still there that night, I don't think he would have even said nothing.
He wouldn't have said nothing.
Or literally, like you said, she could have chilled the next day, been like, Danny, can we talk? Like, I do not think they would have actually cut her off. She wanted to leave, and so she left. And then she says in the confessional one little note, and this is not about my boyfriend.
Girl, yes, the fuck it is. That's what told me it was. But that's the thing. I I get it. If I was dating a man and he was married and I was in love with him, first of all, I would be really in love with him. If he was married and I'm willing to call him my boyfriend,
Yeah.
I'm in love. And then if he broke up with me, I'm not going to work either. Truthfully, when I had my breakup, I didn't go to work. I'm not going to work. I'm not going to work. Be real, but that's her issue. You've been clocking her all episode. She can't be real with herself.
Very entertaining, but crazy.
Next, so she's gone. She's out of the house officially.
And honestly, this happened so early is crazy too, because this season has 9 episodes.
Yeah.
So it's like we're also gonna be watching the 7 of them bond even more, and then she just plops in fucking season 2. It's like, of course you're not gonna be a part of the group. But it's unfortunate because I think she is such an interesting character. If she just connected well with them, then she could have been here the entire time, and I feel like that just would have introduced so many interesting situations. But
and she would have connected with them. It's not like she would have went through the season and never made a connection with anybody. Next episode they show in the preview is the episode that Snooki gets messed with at the club. Angelina, knowing her personality, she would have been the main one defending Snooki in that. She would have been yelling and screaming in that club. She would have bonded with them eventually, very closely. I feel it's just she left episode 3. What is this, 2 weeks in? Is this even 2 weeks? Girl, bye. Girl, bye.
Act the fucker.
After this, of course, Ronnie asked Sammy out on a date, and before they go on the date, Sammy is talking to Mike. And
this was so random. Wasn't it random? No, like Sammy, and that's what says Sammy knows exactly what the fuck she's
sweetheart.
Doing. Sammy's too goddamn sweet. Because she's like, oh, do you want to come? Like, I don't think it should be weird. Like, if me and Ron are going out, then the other roommates can come. Girl, first of all, this is a date, and you know damn well it's a date.
What?
Why are you inviting Mike, someone who's jealous of your relationship, which you're very aware of? Like, she's so sick.
This was strike 1 of her being a problem. Because by the end of the episode, I said Sammy's the problem. I tweeted.
Oh my god.
And this is strike 1 because what was the reason? What if he said yes, and then he would have went on a date, and Ronnie would have been mad the whole time. Mike would have been mad the whole time. And what are you doing? Chilling in between 2 niggas who want you. I'm just wondering. But the date was cute. I actually liked the date. They went to putt-putt. They went and did go-karts. I thought they looked so good together. I love when they're happy. When they're happy, I can get behind it.
It's just so funny too, because another thing in this scene, he's once again like, oh, I'm not gonna go with them. I'm not worried about them. Like, I don't care about their relationship. And then randomly he's talking to the boys and he was like, yeah, they're upstairs locked in the guest room, but you're not worried about them. Why do you care what they're doing in the guest room? Like, randomly brings it up. It's like Mike is obsessed with them.
Real bad. It's honestly scary and frightening. But yeah, then they go on a date. They have a good time, but only temporarily. Because
once again, like, and there's so much like love bombing from both of them. Like, I love you so much. We really connect with each other. And I think did someone say in the first podcast that's the reason why they bonded? Like, they were in that guest room on drugs all night, allegedly, and they stayed up all night bonding. But it's so crazy that like they have all of these arguments and issues. Like, that's what's crazy about these relationships, and I feel like that's what keeps people in them. Like, when it's good, it's like, I love you so much, I care about you, you're the only person I need, and then when they're fighting, it's all of this nastiness, and it's like, well, I can stay, I can look past that because the good is so good. And it's like, girl,
act the fool.
If it can get that bad, you shouldn't be staying, period.
Period. And I will say, like, from what we got this episode, I wouldn't have necessarily broke it off. I mean, we need to see the remnants of what happens after Sammy gets home later on. But like, so far, I mean, I guess it's cute right now. Like, they're still lovey-dovey. We haven't had many problems just yet. But
I will say, I don't remember if they continue to argue throughout the season. I'm pretty sure they do. I know in season 2, most of the shit they were arguing about was Ronnie doing some fuck shit. Now, this first interaction, at least,
right?
Sammy was.
Who fault was it this time?
My sister was doing a lot.
That was crazy.
And that's my Pisces sister. I'm gonna defend her when we get there.
Well,
I'm gonna defend her when we get there.
Okay, now Snooki's best friend comes.
Ryder.
Now, Ryder damn near is a Jersey Shore affiliate.
Girl, like, you know Jersey Shore. You know Ryder.
You know Ryder. You know Ryder.
You know Jersey Shore, you know Ryder. And I remember thinking like, oh, okay, this is her best friend. She loves her. Like, she's always there. Like, I feel like in every season you see Ryder. Yep. And then when they introduced Dina as her quote unquote best friend, I was like, who the fuck is this bitch? We ain't hear about no goddamn Dina for the first two seasons.
Ryder that they added.
That's what I was thinking. When I was younger, I was literally like, why didn't they just add Ryder? Like, that was literally a thought in my head. But then literally I was thinking, like, now that I know more about reality TV, was that like she's going to be your friend on the show and you're going to introduce her to the group? Because if you ever watch, especially a Housewives season, like debut season, it's all orchestrated relationships. Like, you're the new girl in town. I'm going to introduce you to such and such and such and such. Like, just to start the dialogue. Like, I feel like that's what they had to have give. Because how we didn't hear about Dina for the first 2 seasons and all of a sudden she here for season 3.
And they best friends and they meet boys. Girl boo. But Ryder's here.
Like the producers was like, she's gonna be another Snooki, which is what they wanted. But
why would they want another?
I like Dina, but Dina she can't stand on her own like that. Like, no shit.
You're not Snooki. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. I like Dina too, but I just feel like I hate when the producers think that they should repeat the same thing just to get like the same result, because it never really works. Like, it never works. Like, even with the other shows we covered, Twist, they think they should repeat it again. Like, no.
And also, you already have a Snooki. You need another Angelina.
Literally.
Or just another dynamic, because while I love Dina doesn't add anything to the show.
Yeah.
At all.
If it was a random new girl, all the girls would have had to get used to her. Had to get comfortable with her while they're beefing with Sammy. Now it's a new girl who doesn't have any of this beef. She might be like, I don't see why they have an issue with Sammy. I feel like I'm cool with Sammy. It would have been just such a different dynamic. Dina automatically coming in as a friend. It's like,
it was crazy.
I could have been without it.
But the girl saying in the chat that apparently she applied for the original season, and that the casting team was familiar for her because of that. So I guess that makes sense. But terrible decision.
I agree. No shade. So Ryder's here. Of course, her and Snooki kissing all up on each other in the hot tub. All the boys all up on them. What I know, when they were in the hot tub and they started kissing, Mike flew to be all up near them. I'm like, calm down.
He a creep. He is.
And Vinny, no, the real creep is the one who's doing it in the background.
Ooh.
Which is why I chose this picture, because Mike will do it all in your face and ask to kiss both of y'all together. Vinny will stay in the background holding his little titty whacker, watching. I don't like
not titty whacker.
Mind you,
crazy though.
No mention of Vinny all episode. Who
girl,
said that last?
Bottom of the pyramid. Bottom of the pyramid. He's bringing nothing to the Shore House, mama. But it's so crazy because I feel like this happens a lot with Snooki. Like, she be kissing her friends, and it's like,
yep,
that's interesting. That's interesting. I feel like girls are really comfortable doing that. Not every girl, but like I've met a lot of girls that are just comfortable doing that, and it's like, okay. And they were like tongue kissing, like it was very intimate. I was like,
he was getting down. Child, I liked it.
And then she started kissing Mike, and it's like, child, not
yeah. This. We also get the origin of that. Like,
Lord,
this was a good episode, an important episode. We got Ryder, we got Ron and Sam arguing, Angelina leaving. Like, we got this, and you know what's funny? I ended up Googling, and I ended up finding a list of the best top 10 Jersey Shore episodes ever. This was actually on the list. It was top 20, I think. This was on the list. Last episode was also on the list. And then the other one on the list from season 1 was next episode when Snooki, when this shit happens. So it's like they had 3 episodes from this season, and it was these last 3, which they develop a lot of core Jersey Shore values with these first couple of episodes for sure. But yes, not she all up on Mike. And she had a diary, and what did she say? Oh, I like Mike because he can be sweet sometimes, but he's also asshole. She didn't say asshole. What did she call him? Whatever. Douchebag. And it's or a douche off, a jerk off. She said a jerk off.
He's a jerk off.
He's a jerk off. He's nice sometimes, but he's also a jerk off, and that's my type. I like that, and it's like, that's your type. Is it? Because he's still that, you know, he's still a jerk off for sure. But
are you jerking him off? It's the question.
And then like Snooki is real because she reminds me of myself. Like, I'd fuck on Mike. I don't give a fuck. I'd fuck on Polly. I'd fuck on Billy. I'd fuck on like and I think truly no shade. All the girls probably would. No shade. Like we saw how JY was with Polly. We saw how Sammy was. It's no shade. And it's like if I was a girl, I would too. Like it's no shade.
As a boy, I would.
As a boy, I would. Like I would too. Like it's literally no shade. If I was in a house full of niggas, all of the niggas are getting this pussy. Damn, don't clip that.
Yeah,
that was crazy.
Loose alert.
Loose alert. None of them is making it loose. I don't believe.
Ballers podcast says Vinny didn't get any girls until they were famous.
Real.
He's nobody want Vinny ass.
He lame. Like you would have to get to know him and actually start liking him, and then like basically what happens with Snooki. Because so far Snooki don't bat an eye towards Vinny yet.
Oh, I hate when that happens. I actually hated that storyline.
When does that happen? This season?
I think season 2.
Good, because I don't need to see it. Boom. So that was Ryder's experience. Very interesting. Then we get to the club again.
Oh, did you get down the situation with JY and her boyfriend?
Which one?
The phone call.
The phone call. Oh, we already talked about it, but no, I didn't get it down the pictures.
Oh, okay. She ended up calling him to say that she cheated. And he was like, well, do you want to break it off? And she was like, I mean, no, I love you. And then he hung up. So dramatic.
Yeah.
Knowing damn well he gonna be right back.
Yeah. Very dramatic. Very dramatic. And then when she's headed to the club with everybody, because everybody goes to the club.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, I'm single now. And I didn't think she was just gonna fuck somebody immediately. But the fact that she didn't, I'm like, she still likes him. Maybe she does like Tommy. And then clearly they stay together for a while. So I'm like, okay, girl. Clearly you really liked him.
Right. She was like, I'm gonna go wild, I'm gonna go crazy. And it was just her dancing.
Literally with girls. She was like dancing very, not even like how she was with Polly. Like, I'm surprised she didn't just go right back to Polly and fuck him tonight.
I would have.
No shade.
Break up with that.
Then break up with that.
Kitchen makes me think that.
But Ron and Sam. Now, Ron and Sam, at first, they're on each other all night. Maybe that's what they need to do. They just need to stick together.
No, they don't. That's toxic, and that's the
they
problem.
Just never need to like separate. Don't leave each other. Just hold each other's hand the whole time, kids. Because as soon as they're not in the same room, it's a problem. Fuck. Mind you, they were in the same room. They're not in the same area. I don't know. But he's telling her all these sweet nothings. He's like, I thought the best thing that ever happened to me was coming to the Shore House, but really, it's you. You're the best thing that ever happened to me. She's like, oh my God, really, Ron? Ron, really?
That's literally all I remember from season 3. Her yelling at Ron. Ronald, look at me. Are you friends with her? Are you friends with her? Look at me, Ronald. Are you friends with her? I mean, yeah.
Her punching him was crazy.
She punched the fuck out of that nigga.
Her punching him was so crazy.
Good. That was so good.
I need that. Let's get to that season
3, please.
Right.
Vote for season 2 or season 3. We need to come in 1 through 3. Now after that, we're good.
I like season 4. We need season 4. Season 4 was on that list too.
I don't need to cover 4.
There was like 3 episodes from season 4 as well on that list as well that I saw. I was like, okay, season 4 got some hitters. Some of them was like a Dina episode. I was like, what the fuck? Dina doing? No shame. For it's one of the
that
best
was the whole she was trying to get with Paulie. That storyline was so bad. That's what I'm saying. Like when I think of season 4, I think of the Dina storyline, didn't care for. I think the Ronnie and Sam storyline, I didn't care for. The Mike versus Ronnie storyline, it was kind of interesting, but I feel like when it hit that cap of him smashing his head against the wall,
it went away.
It kind of went, it depleted after that. And I don't think towards the end of that season anything interesting was happening, and they were miserable themselves to even still be there. And then I don't know who thought it would be a great decision to make them film season 5 right after Italy, because I can't recall anything that happened in season 5.
Snooki wasn't even pregnant. I thought that was when Snooki was pregnant. That's season 6. Season 5 was just nothing. The fuck. No,
I know Vinny left that season, but that's because they was filming for so long. That was the biggest thing that happened that season, and I don't give a fuck about Vinny no more. So goddamn. So yeah, only vote for season 1, 2, 3, 1 through 3.
Yeah. So Ronnie and Sam, they cuddling up on each other, and then I guess they take a break and they separate. And Ronnie goes over and he's just dancing. He's not just dancing with this random girl. He was dancing with random boys. He was kind of doing a lot. It was like
a whole circle. And I will say we have to preface this by saying the girls were drunk.
Everybody was drunk.
Everybody was drunk as fuck, for sure.
For sure.
But I will say I don't understand why these moments mean so much, because most of the time they are just fucking drunk as fuck. Like,
yep.
someone gonna just wake up and be like, "Oh, we was just fucking out of our minds." Like, that was so random. But also in the same sense, every time y'all get drunk, y'all want to fight. Like, it's just like, what the fuck is happening here?
It's toxic either way.
You're
so
toxic.
While he's dancing around minding his business, Sammy sees a cop that she knew, and she starts talking to him. And she said, and this is what's interesting. She was talking to the cop before she clocked the situation that was happening around. And she had a diary room. She says, I'm just flirty when I'm drunk. So she's talking to a cop, flirting with him already. No shade. Then she sees that Ronnie is over there dancing with the girl.
And it's not even like dancing with the girl. He's just, y'all know,
dancing near a girl.
He's literally dancing near a girl. And Sammy goes off. And this is where I have to step in and defend my sister. Because you know, Pharaoh.
Okay.
As a Pisces, I'm going to assume. Boom. And then I'm going to act.
Boom.
Accordingly as to how I think I should be acting.
And
so she acted accordingly. Mind you. She wouldn't have got caught up if it wasn't for the other Pisces. Now you also know this is me. Also know this is me, Pharaoh. When I clock some tea, I have to bring it back. So JWoww clocked that she was flirting with this man. Here she go. Ron, you need to go get your girl. She's flirting. Y'all, JWoww is sick for this.
Sick as hell.
JWoww is actually sick as fuck for this. Like, girl.
But also real as fuck, because that's her friend. That's her friend.
That's her friend.
She was not, because she was giving her number to the cop. First of all, Sammy's reaction behooved me. I feel like at least go over there and be like, who the fuck is this?
Or something. It was done. She said, yep, noted.
Yep, I know exactly what I'm going to do.
I know exactly what the fuck is happening. I don't need to do anything else.
So JWoww goes and tells Ron, you better check your girl because she over there flirting with the cop. He goes, sees that she's flirting with the cop, giving out her number. He's like, well, fuck it. I'm finna leave. Honestly, I felt like that was a mature response.
Girl.
He could have went and fucked any bitch in the house. He could have brought a bitch back. He could have did anything. He just left.
I thought he was gonna go off. I really did, and he didn't. He just left. It was like literally in this first situation, Sammy is the aggressor. She really is.
In every situation, Ronnie didn't do not one thing wrong. Like the whole time, he didn't do anything wrong, including going home.
And then so basically, they walking around. They're like, "Oh, okay. Ronnie's gone. He left with JWoww," and she was like, "Oh,
he left with JWoww.
He left because JWoww was like, I just don't want him to go home alone." And this is the moment I was like, does she like him a little bit? Like, I don't want him to go home alone. I'm gonna go with him. It's like, girl, what's that tea? But Sammy think like me. You see Sammy think like me.
It could be like a friend.
What is this tea?
It could be like a friend thing. Because like if my friend going home alone, I'd be like, damn, let me go home with him. I ain't doing shit. I ain't fucking nobody. I miss my boyfriend. Let me go home with him. But I see what Sammy was thinking too.
One thing Danny gonna do is get in this shot and defend. Aggressor is crazy. My sister felt a change in the weather and acted accordingly. And you know what? Like I said, I understand exactly where Sammy was coming from.
And overacted.
I know I would have done the exact same motherfucking thing.
It was crazy. No, it was crazy. But you know what?
Honestly, I will say I'm a little bit more dramatic. I would have went up and been like, oh.
That would have been a little bit better though, because then you would have been easily wrong and you could move forward. She giving out her number, and then I think she had a guilty conscience because all they said was she left with JWoww. Mind y'all are all roommates. Him leaving with JWoww is not that surprising. but
no, they say he left with JWoww,
right?
And that's the problem.
She immediately went to, he probably saw me and he thinks he's going to give her like she thought he was doing the same thing she was doing. No, you're the only one who reacted in that manner, giving out your number and flirting with other people because she saw that. So she got real crazy. And then we see kind of a preview of next episode, her going home and clocking them. I will say, in that
mind preview, you, she went, girl, you was not going to go and stump through JWoww. Like
right.
That. Because the way she ended the episode, she was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go in there. If I have to smack a bitch," and it's like, "Hold on,
girl, boo,
hold on,
smack who?"
And look, Dalen. If we cover season 2, that's when we really gonna have to fight because I'm Team JWoww, mama. Okay, I'm Team JWoww. Okay,
season 2, I was Team Sammy. Just tell me all the arguments. I'm gonna need them. Tell me all the defenses. I'll come up here. I'll stop for her.
And best believe JY only lost that fight the first time because they was holding her back.
No, okay? JY lost this because Sammy whooped that ass.
No, Sammy ain't whooped nothing. Sammy ain't whooped that ass. But you know what? Even if she did, JY got that ass back in third season. She did.
You know what? Them fighting reminds me of Nia and Avery because it does. They both can like kind of fight, bitch. It's just they never got a real good. Like it was always something in a way. Like damn, move.
No, the fact that they opened season 3, and someone said in the chat, I think it was Hall Brawlers, like because they were filming season 2, they didn't get to see what happened until like leading up to season 3. So the fact that it opened with JY and Sammy fighting was such good TV. That was nasty TV. Like not the start of the season, y'all boxing it out.
That was so tea. Oh, I need that. I literally need to see that again.
No, we have to do season 2. So get y'all votes in for sure.
This is the beginning of their beef. And that's the thing. This is another beginning. Like so many beginnings. This is the beginning of their beef real bad. Like, first of all, JY low-key want her man. She like, damn, do you low-key want my man? And then it's like this. They're not even what I noticed, no shade. Sammy and JY are not necessarily friends at this point. They're just roommates. JY is friends with Ronnie, and Sammy be doing her own thing. Really, she's more close to Mike and Ronnie from what I see. And JY is more close to Ronnie over here and all of that. Like, I wonder by the end of the season, does it give more girls things? Like the girls haven't gone and hang out once.
No. And I'm like, when do we see that bonding? I'm assuming it's definitely because JY, we know next episode when that Snooki situation happened, JY, she get in the field. She get in the field. But that is a common thing with Sammy. I think Sammy, she gets wrapped up in this relationship with Ronnie that it's so toxic and so dramatic that it kind of takes a lot of her time. And I remember them saying that in season 2, like, you don't hang out with us. You're not happy. You don't talk to us. Like me and JY are getting close and you're kind of the odd man out because you're so worried about Ronnie. And it's like, while Ronnie's able to still maintain a relationship with the boys, because, you know, boys, it don't take that much to maintain a relationship. Let's be real. But the girls, they're not really getting that deeper connection. So it's unfortunate. I'm happy that over time they all stay cool because I didn't expect that, honestly. Honestly.
Yep, to this day. Well, and that's how we end off the episode. Sammy ready to fight somebody. JY not gonna get beat up. I wonder what's gonna happen.
Get the pyramid.
Oh, and the pyramid. This time I actually forgot the pyramid. Oh my god! You know what I saw today on TikTok? I saw a video about the pyramid. I saw a video of Maddie, and she was having an interview talking about why she doesn't talk to Abby Lee Miller anymore. And then I saw a video of Abby Lee, and Abby Lee was talking about she don't know why Maddie don't talk to her because Maddie was the only one she didn't treat bad. So she's like, I genuinely actually didn't treat her bad. I treated her great. I don't know why she doesn't talk to me.
And that's the thing. Like, did you treat her great, or like was it like a Stockholm Syndrome situation, girl? She literally needed you because it's this whole weird psychological situation. I have to impress Miss Abby. Like there was one time because the girls mess up their dances all the time, but Maddie does not. One time, Maddie messed up her dance, and she was terrified. She was like, Miss Abby's going to be scared. Miss, I've never done this before. I don't know what to do. And, of course, that's the favorite. So Abby was like, oh, it's okay, Maddie. And the other mamas was like, girl, let that be my daughter. She would have been pissed the hell off. What the fuck is this, girl? So I just think it's a lot of emotional trauma. And, like, she also put Maddie in the position to where she received hate because she was the standout favorite. And I don't think she liked that position. Like there was a lot of times where they would make this little child choose and pick sides from her friends. And it was just, it got weird and icky.
Yeah. She basically mentioned all of that, honestly, truly. So you spilling.
Oh, I know. Nah. I know the dance.
You know that tea.
That's something I don't know the dance too. Dance Moms is good. Dance Mom is good.
Y'all better vote for Dance Moms, child. No shade.
And then we'll pyramid the moms.
Oh my god! Because Abby's gonna be pyramiding the girls. We'll pyramid the mom and Abby. That's hilarious. Oh my god!
Oh my god! That actually would be so fun to like gag over the performances. Like that was such a good show.
Child, at the bottom of a pyramid, does it have to be said?
Vinny, he didn't give anything. Not giving anything at all.
Nothing. There wasn't even a scene with him in it.
He was in the background with some sunglasses on.
That's all he's doing. Here. He still got pink eye. He in the hot tub.
Now next, Angelina, girl, from the top to the bottom. From the top to the bottom.
Hold on.
No, because it wasn't iconic.
It wasn't.
The way she left, it wasn't iconic. It was stupid. It was sad. It was extra. You couldn't.
It was sad. She was being a bird.
You're leaving before a divorced man. Like
it wasn't.
No, a married man. Sorry, he's not divorced. He's married.
A married man.
Quotations getting a divorce. They're always getting one.
Don't want you.
They're always getting one.
It was corny. Everybody talked shit about you on the way out. I'm sorry.
You came in with trash bags.
You had I fought for your one top spot, girl.
Yeah. She earned it. I think she earned it. I was fine with it.
She earned it.
I did want to preface this by saying I'm about to be done with the whole didn't do anything in the episode stuff. I don't care about it.
Gotta be because Snooki's not going at the bottom.
I'm putting where I want them because at this point I'm over it. And if I'm looking at the list, Mike gotta be next.
It gotta be Paulie next.
Paulie?
It gotta be Paulie next. Where was he at?
And
Mike. I know you said you're not looking at that, but also Mike hasn't.
As long as Mike at the bottom, I'm fine.
I think it should go Paulie Mike because I was gonna say Mike next, but he hasn't made me angry just yet. I'm waiting for that. But Paulie, he just was so out of it.
Girl, I would put Paulie above Mike, but I'm gonna let you have it. I'm gonna let you have it for now.
Okay. Paulie looks better than Mike. For sure.
So who's left? Sammy, Snooki,
Ronnie,
JWoww, Ronnie. Snooki. Now, no shade. It was Sammy that was doing a lot.
Sammy was doing a lot, and it was very embarrassing. And
I fear she has to be next.
It was it was embarrassing. A part of me wouldn't even have mind putting her on the bottom because of how embarrassing it was. She was very much so in the wrong. But she provided so much. She provided that. She was the episode.
She did provide.
Truly,
maybe Snooki can go here then.
I respect that because the amount that Sammy without Sammy we wouldn't have had an episode. This episode, no shade. Like I can give Snooki here because she didn't do nothing but see Ryder. Mm-hmm. Then we can do Sammy.
Well, I was gonna say, now I'm thinking because the center of the episode was Ronnie and Sam. It was Ronnie and Sam. Snooki, JWoww, Ronnie, Sam.
Because what did JWoww do this episode? Her boyfriend came.
And I like her, but she doesn't deserve the top. She shouldn't be at the top.
She shouldn't be at the top. Sammy has to be at the top this episode. even though
she got Mike chasing her, she got Ronnie chasing her. You know what? Now that we're doing it more, I feel like I'm getting what I need this ranking to be with. Like I'm trying to figure out like what scale I'm using. Right. And that makes sense because it's like, what did you really give? And not like on like a level of like, oh, you just gave something. Like Mike, he gave something this episode, but I don't like him, so I don't care. But like when I'm really thinking about the episode, Sammy was their girl. She was.
Without Sammy, there wouldn't have been an episode this episode. So we needed her. Truly. And that's kind of how it was last episode with Angelina. She was doing some shit that was kind of annoying, but without her, there wouldn't she carried the episode. If you're carrying the episode,
we've had 3 tops. It went Snook, Angelina, and now Sammy. Can a boy get at the top? Oh, I can't hear you, girl. Is it me?
For me, yes. For you, I don't know. Because for me, I could see an episode where I'm willing to put Mike at the top.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna.
And you're never gonna feel that. But I know for a fact it'll never be Paulie or Vinny or Ronnie.
It probably will never be Paulie. Honestly, I'll fight for it one day though.
Mm-hmm. If he can provide, he got it. But it's like
he can provide for me.
He could provide me. I could provide for him. But I don't remember. I don't remember an episode where it's like, oh, Paulie, yes.
Yeah, no.
Oh, you know what would be a fun episode?
What?
When JWoww and Sammy fight, if we ever have to choose who's at the top, I know who I'm choosing. I know who you choose. So don't have to vote for real.
We have to at least cover Jersey Shore season 2 because the fact that me and Pharaoh has had so many discussions about who wrote this goddamn note, like we would be on here having a 2-hour-long podcast about who's in the wrong about it.
Because it just bloom. This is a cute list for me though. This is a cute list. I think this makes perfect sense. Now, when Ronnie and Sam start getting annoying, watch them trickle to the bottom. Mm-hmm. Right now, to me, honestly,
I don't care how much they provide to the episode. It's gonna be annoying as hell.
Truly, because if you're pissing me off or I don't like you or you're annoying, you go to the bottom. Frankly, I don't dislike Mike yet. From what I see, I know I don't like him. But from what I've seen, I'm like he's weird. but I don't hate him. Hate is gonna come soon because I think one of these episodes he tries to be the big bad villain and he tries to stir some drama up, and then I'm gonna be over it. But anyway, damn, what we gonna do? Because Angelina's not gonna be here next time.
We're gonna have to do 3-3-1.
We're gonna do 3-3-1
or 4-2-1.
4-2-1. Yep. Damn, Angelina fucking shit up. I wish they would have brought somebody in this season.
Angelina. Low-key, they should have replaced her and then went into season 2 with her. Because Angelina is extra shit. Goddamn, she don't know how to keep a job at all, do she?
No type of job, whether it's a TV job, a t-shirt job. She said she was a bartender. Don't know her bartender job.
They don't have to do nothing at that goddamn t-shirt shop. If you don't go up in there,
she's like he literally had her just hanging shit up. Just go hang shit up and like I guess I
would have literally went and did nothing and like I'm here.
Right. And that's what she did the first time. She should have just did it again. But there you go. Right? Yes. We'll be back next Monday. To talk the next episode. And then, of course, next Wednesday to talk the episode after that. So stay tuned with our Jersey Shore recap. If you want to vote for the next show for us to be covering, if it's going to be Jersey Shore 2, go ahead and send in your votes for that. Make sure you click the link in the bio because we are accepting votes for whatever show you want us to cover for Reality Rewind. Any old reality show, you can vote anything. We have gotten almost 100 votes in, baby. Get your votes in. We're going to end up condensing it. And by the end of the season, the last episode, we'll let y'all know what the top 10 voter, but we'll tell y'all the list. Also, get into our other stuff. We're covering the Traitors US, the Traitors
challenge finale tonight.
The challenge finale tonight. Make sure y'all come back tonight in a few hours to cover the challenge finale. God damn. Finally, Lord. And then the Traitors US premiere is tomorrow, and then of course the Traitors UK, and then of course Drag Race. So get into all of our other coverage as well. Even if you don't watch the show, just watch us. Y'all be bored anyways. What the fuck? So go get into that.
When we have a Wednesday podcast for this next month or so, y'all gonna see us in the next 5 days. Okay,
right.
Get into it,
huh? All right, and that's it. Thank you for keeping it real with the kingdom, baby. We out.
Wow.